Okay, Hizmik here. I'm going to kind of show you how to install this Litespeed battery. I'm having a lot of trouble installing it. It's a lot bigger than, it's a little bigger, more snug fit than the stock battery, which is I don't like it. I was hoping it would fit like stock, you know. I did measure it, and the dimensions were roughly the same as the stock battery though, so I don't see why it wouldn't fit. So, so you've got these little rubber caps here that go over the terminals here. They don't want to stay in place. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna put some vacuum caps on them. Is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit here so you guys can kind of see. All right, sorry if it's kind of dark, but all right, so. I will install the stock battery first, and then we'll put the Litespeed one in. So the Litespeed battery, it's got to be installed with the logo facing back, because it's got this little breaker thing on top, and it interferes with the cover. So you gotta have a thing there. So all right, so let me go pull this out. Really tight, see? Okay. Alright, that's the Litespeed battery. So let me go do the Sur Ron battery. Sur Ron battery fits in there so nicely. Okay. Connect your connectors. Plug here. Turn the breaker on. Alright, I will connect it, but I will not turn the breaker on because I don't have this thing programmed properly right now. So, alright, so if you guys don't know how to do this, there's a key thing on the side and the back here. I'm going to turn it counterclockwise, and it should open the tray, and then you should flip the breaker here, okay, and then disconnect these two connectors here. Okay, kind of move these out of the way and pull the battery up. Pretty easy, right? Well, this one is a little more difficult. So you're supposed to put the battery in this way with the breaker on the other side. Okay, goes in there, but doesn't go in there quite as smoothly. Okay, kind of have to press down a little bit. Oh, it's kind of on there now. Okay, so this, I don't know what to do with this, so I'm just going to put this over here, and then this is the charge port. I have the breaker, the breaker is not connected right now too, so there's like two breakers on this, and then you're going to connect, make sure you connect the reds together. And then there's not a whole lot of room to work with here. It'll just be just like that. This little rubber caps keep on coming off. Also, I want to point out that, yeah, I'm going to be doing this during a race too, so I'm going to have to be able to do it fast, you know. Alright, so all that's like that. I don't like how this strap is a lot longer than the Sur Ron strap. It kind of gets in the way. It sticks out on the other side of the bike. It'll stick out on either side of the bike, you know. Maybe you can just kind of feed it in there after. And then it will not close. That's the thing. The battery tray will not close. I think I may have to modify it to get it to fit. So it won't lock. Press all I want, then it will not lock. So I'm thinking this breaker thing, it needs to be moved a little bit because it's not fitting, and it don't fit the other way. because it would hit the top of the door. So I'm a little disappointed that this thing didn't fit. You'd think they would test fit it before they shipped it out, right? So I'm a little disappointed there. I can try to open the lock and unlock it. You know, it will not lock. Oh, there we go. I got it. Whew. Barely. That was tough. Now the question is, will I be able to get it open again? Right? Oh, barely. Okay. Also, another thing is this little button here, the button for the this breaker here, it gets in the way. I mean, it sticks out like that pretty easily, so you can pretty easily just press it and then it'll have no power. It sticks out on the little port right here. Oh, and I crushed the charge cable. I'm gonna have to just leave the charge cable here. I think you're just gonna have to open this whenever you want to charge it. It's not. I don't know why they couldn't just make a cable that was long. I keep on crushing the cable, so why couldn't they make the charge cable long enough to go over here where the stock charger was, right? So you could charge it while it's on the bike. Kind of can't do that anymore. And then it gets pinched here on the battery. So I'm not happy with that either. Oh my god, it's so tight. It's this terminal here. It's too long. Yeah, I think if I grind this terminal down, if I grind the terminal down, it might fit better. I think that's what's hitting it. That's the hot one though. That's the hot terminal. So oh my god, it just will not latch, man. I don't know what is preventing it. There we go. Woo. There's something in there interfering with it. There has to be something. There has to be something I can take out or grind down. Okay, so anyway, there it is. That was it. and then I have no access to the charge port. I have to open the lid to charge it from now on. I don't like that. I wish it was like the stock one. So I'm a little unhappy with the Litespeed battery. I wish it was more like the stock battery. Alright, so that's Hayes' first time trying to install the battery into the Litespeed battery into the Sur Ron. It did not go so well. So I have to figure out what is interfering with that battery. Alright, Hayes make it here. So upon further inspection, it's this lug, this terminal here, that is causing the cover not to close. Now, and this is a hot terminal, by the way. Like it's hot right now. If I grounded that right now, I would get a good shock out of it. So here, this is a little breaker assembly right here, and this basically it's a battery disconnect. When you hit this button, it disconnects the battery. So and then you can see that straight through the window right here. Okay, so kind of having some trouble here installing it, but I've kind of figured it out. One thing you can do to keep this strap from getting in the way is to just peel it back here. So normally it's like that, right? So you would just peel it back here, and it kind of holds its place there. Maybe one thing to do is if the Velcro, you put Velcro here so like it can come off and put it back on. It's just glued onto there, you know. Yeah, I know. I wish I can get another Sur Ron case, man. I like the Sur Ron case much better. That's all you do. Also, these covers for the terminals, they don't stay on. Yeah, they don't stay on. They come off really easily. You could probably install it with that one. It will not install with this one, and you have to really, really press on it. So it leads me to believe maybe they didn't glue this in the right place, because this looks like it should be. If you look at the door, Okay, if you look at the door right here, if you look at the door, it looks like you could shift it over quite a bit. Probably shift it over enough where the button won't touch this, or at all. Like maybe this should just be under here, you know? That's what I'm thinking. It might be better to just get a heat gun and heat the glue up and then try to shift it to the left, you know, or take the glue out and then re-glue it. The hot glue gun. I don't like that. It's not, you know, it's not installing nicely. I have to be able to do this easily because I have to do it in the middle of a race, you know. So, and what I've kind of do is move the charge port like right here. So, because there's a little gap right here, so you can totally just peel that off, you know, right there and then charge. So, I don't know. I'm thinking this button's supposed to be under here. Like you shouldn't have access to this button. That's what I'm thinking, because you could accidentally press it and then boop, you got no. Once you press this button, the power is disconnected. So that's it. I don't think this should be sticking out. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I might have to email Christopher about this. See if that's supposed to be like that. What I'm thinking I can do is just grind this terminal down. Go get a cutting wheel, grind it a little bit, because like the nut's all the way there. Maybe even use a shorter nut, you know. So since this one is hot, I would have to disconnect it first though. And then tape the terminal and then thing it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I would want to grind that terminal while it's hot, just to be safe. I know I'm touching it. Just to be safe, I would unbolt this, take this out. I don't know if it's soldered on there, but take this out and then shave it down a little bit. That might work. Or I could just shift the whole thing. Shift it so this this button here is on this part of the cover right here, because there's a little recess there. So I think it would be okay. It'll probably close better, right? This doesn't interfere at all. Yeah, there's plenty of space over here. It's hitting this part right here. So if I can shift this to right over here, to like pretty much where the negative term battery cable goes out, then we should be good, right? That's what I'm thinking. Even if I could just shift it just a little bit, you know. And then that way this won't be exposed. I have to, let me go ask, I will go ask first, so. I can't use the battery anyways, because I don't have the NXT controller, NXT display yet, so. Alright, so that's the problem I'm having with installing the battery right now. It kind of fits, but I have to really jam that cover down, and I don't like that. I feel like it's not fitting properly, and I think it's because of this right here. If I can shift this over enough to get it in here, I think it'll be okay. So, or I can heat the cover up with the heat gun, get it hot enough where it'll start to bend, you know, and then it'll go in. It might make a hole in here though. I think it's, or I can cut this terminal down, unbolt this, take the thing out, and then tape it so it doesn't touch anything, and then chop whatever this is off, you know, and then put the terminal back on. That's what I'm thinking. That might work too. I don't know why this is here. Because it's like, was that supposed to be there? I'm not sure. Because some of the pictures on the website have it and some of them don't. So, yeah. And I don't like how this sticks out like here. You could accidentally press it. Like you could think like, oh, I want to check my battery thing, because this is where the battery meter is on the stock battery. You might accidentally press it, you know, and then boop, there, no more power, you know. Or you could accidentally bump it during a race somehow, you know. I would feel better if this was under here, you know, because you can't reset it, because you got to get your finger far enough in there to reset it. So, yeah, I'm kind of up in the air. Like, I will go email Christopher and ask him what I can do. So, all right, okay, Hazemake here. So I think what has to be done, it's touching here, and it's touching here on the cover, where the little port is. Now, yeah, I don't really want to grind that cover. What I think we'll have to do is shift this whole breaker assembly to the left, like my one finger's width. Okay, so like that much to like here. Should be okay. I tried heating it up, and while it was on the bike, and I couldn't get it to budge. So what may have to happen is we may have to just take the glue out and then just rip it out and take the glue out and then re-glue it. I guess, I don't know. I don't have a heat gun. A heat glue gun though, man. Oh, I have a heat gun, but I don't have a heat glue gun. So yeah, this is kind of what the hell, man. Like, did they test fit this before they shipped it out? That's what I was wondering. So I'm getting my handy dandy heat gun here. I'm gonna heat up around the area, and then I'm gonna try to scooch it to the left a little bit. That's all. Or maybe peel it off and then press it back on, because it's touching here and it's touching here. Now, like I said, we could probably chop the top of the terminal off and then screw it back on. And also, I'm wondering, like, do I even need this? You know, it's a breaker. There's a breaker on the bike already. Why do I need two breakers? You know, so I hope I'm not gonna break it or anything. But it's like, what am I gonna do? Like, it's not installing properly. You know. All right, so I'll let you know how it goes. I wasn't able to shift it, but I was able to get it off of there, so it's not on there anymore. And it kind of ripped this tape off a little bit, but maybe we can heat it up and then I don't know. But okay, so I'm just gonna try to move it and then see if it fits in there better, because I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to touch like that, you know. All right. Alright, wish me luck. It's in there. It's in there. This little block thing is loose, but I'm pretty sure this will hold it in place. Let's kind of get some of these connectors connected so they're not in the way. So this I just put over here. And this, just wrap it around like this. So and I just kind of tuck this into here. Okay. So let's see if it'll close a lot easier at least, you know. This black wire. Black wire is kind of... Wait, I think I had it in here like this before. And this is supposed to go like that. There we go. I feel that's much better. Installs a little better, but still doesn't want to install, man. What the hell? I can only shift this over so much. That's what I want to say. Take a look at the cover. Yes, it's still touching. I think it's this. I think we gotta shave this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unbolt it and then tape this and then cut this. Okay. So you don't need it such a long terminal, you know. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that nut off that hot terminal. So just for safety, I wore some mechanics gloves, and I just have to be careful for this tool not to touch anything, you know, metal. Oh great, now I can't. That's right, I can't. Okay, there we go. It's not on there really tight. So. I don't know, you think 72 volts, is that pretty high voltage? I say that's pretty high voltage. Okay. And we'll just take this off, okay, and then we'll have to tape it so we don't accidentally press it on anything. Do it. All right, so we're gonna cut where that black mark is off the Dremel cutting wheel. Okay. All right. Okay. Here we go. Let's get this out of the way. Ah, it's really hot. Okay, don't. So there it is. That's my handiwork. Let's see if the nut fits. Yes, it does. Okay. Gotta cut it nice and straight. Now we can put it back on. Another thing I thought is, like, why didn't we just take the whole thing out and see if it fits? In fact, before we even do that, let's actually try that. Well, yeah. Let's try. Let's see if it fits better without this little block thing here. So there's no power going to it right now, so it should be okay to. Let's just take it out, see if it fits without it. Still kind of connected on there. Okay, I've taken it off. Let's see if it closes fine. All this stuff. Yeah, it's still a little tough. It's still a little tough, but it's better. So yeah, it's definitely better. Yeah. So it's that block thing that's causing it to not. It's a really tight fit, that's okay. I don't mind a snug fit. That's good. The battery's not going to bounce around on there. I think right here it's rubbing on it, but I think after a while it's gonna like kind of wear into place. 'Cause yeah, I can see it's rubbing right here on the side. So what we could do is get a heat gun and try to form it. So it'll naturally break in. Okay, so let's let me go clean up all this dust and stuff here, and we'll go and do the thing. I forgot to clean the block, actually, the block itself. Okay, so I've attached the other one. I made it so the cable is going that way, so there's a little less stress on the cable. And then I'm going to put this one on this way. Alright, so really all we did is we shortened this a lot. That's it. So we should be able to close it nicely now. There we go. That's a lot better than it was before. Okay, so now we just kind of have to glue it. See how taking it off is. It's a little bit of a chore, but yeah, I think this is the one. This is the culprit right here. This is the one that's like thing. So what we can do is put some vacuum caps on these so they don't do that, because we can't use this anymore. This won't fit on here, or will it? Actually, it kind of does. Barely, it barely does. See if it'll close with that. and we kind of have to get this in the right position, you know. Get this in the right position so it won't touch anything. And it kind of does touch the cover a little bit. I kind of don't like that. I think right here, how I have it right now is pretty much how I want it. So what I probably want to do now is heat up the glue. I know we shifted over so much that we probably can't use the glue anymore. But hopefully we can use some of the glue to keep it in place. Make sure we press down on it really hard too. What we could do is, while the glue is hot right now, we could shut the cover. Okay, there we go. Hopefully that's not enough to melt this cover. But okay, so we'll just leave it like that for a little while. Hopefully the glue. What I could do is get some new hot glue and stick it in there. So, but I think I got it centered pretty well. Like I said, I don't know what's up with this button. I don't like it. If you accidentally press the button, then you got no more power. So, and you can't flick it. You can't flick it closed either. Okay, so I think I got it, man. I think I got it. Hopefully this will do the trick. So what I did was I heated up the block and the glue, and then I put it in the position that I feel that it should be in. So like this thing fits in the window perfectly, and then I closed it. So hopefully that'll do the trick. So hopefully it's pretty easy to open. Okay, you have to push down a little bit, but that's okay. And I think this thing keeps on getting caught on the cover. It's so annoying. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna have to do with that. But there it is. So it kind of stayed in place. So that's good. And now it's a little bit stiffer than thing, but I think that'll do the trick. All right. Okay, so here's how Merlin's gonna do this. So this is okay. So when you flip this lever up here, it pretty much connects this part to this part right here. Okay. And then this is the charge port right here. You want to put it this way, so it moves your charge port from the left side of the bike to the right side of the bike. I don't know why we couldn't just have it like right here, you know, where it was before. Okay. So yeah. So here it is. Just like that. What I might want to do is get a glue gun and kind of re-glue it around here, this area, so it doesn't move as much. Or I can heat it up again. That's probably what I'll do. I'll probably heat it up again. I'm looking at it. It's on there. It's not gonna move, but it's like some of the glue is like it's kind of like in weird places.